any quarters? Quarters. Can we put shoes in here
What
too?
am I supposed to do now?
We've been together now for about maybe a year and a half. We started out doing covers, and then I'm a songwriter, and I had to have some kind of an outlet, so we started recording. Chuck and I started out in the 90s playing, and he was in a band called Bus Stop, and I was in a band called Vertigo Joyride, and we played originals, and they toured a lot more than we did. We toured quite extensively together. And then all of a sudden the music scene here just stopped paying for original bands. And it was like, we just did a lot of cover stuff. And that's pretty much what we started doing. Now we've got the Chuck Folds 5 thing, and it's a lot of fun. We're doing original music. We're getting that creative outlet.
Every time I go, here I go.
You know, everything kind of has an ebb and flow and a cycle, you know, because and it's kind of hard to say whether or not people just sort of, oh, they stopped paying for original music or they didn't. Because sometimes it's just a simple fact if you don't happen to play in the band that everybody's coming to see. And so your perception is that, oh, well, nobody's coming to see original music. But somebody probably is, and somebody's probably doing it. And it moves around and it shifts around and comes in different phases. Like there's really good crowds at the Blind Tiger all the time for original bands, you know, doing their own stuff, you know. So it comes and goes in phases. I mean, we kind of went the route of the cover band thing for a little while, here for a while, just simply because it's fun. I have a tremendous amount of respect for people who just stick with doing originals and, you know, even when they're not making a living doing it, because that's a hard road to go, man. It's really tough. You know, the people like my brother are really few and far between. There's not many people who hit that kind of success, you know, and manage to maintain it like he has. It's pretty impressive.
Here I go, here I go. It's crazy when you think you feel. Understand I do and I can't see you. Trying to talk to me, I can't see you. Understand I do, I can't feel you.
Everything that I do and everything I've done musically for the last 10 years, I can't escape the fact that I'm Ben Folds' little brother. It's impossible, can't be done. So I thought it was kind of funny, because here I am, just a lowly bass player playing in cover bands, you know, call it Chuck Folds 5, and I don't know, I think it's funny. Some people don't think it's very funny. What does Ben think about the name? This is funny, because I kind of told him about it, hoping to kind of get sort of a sense. I didn't want to ask him because Chuck Folds is my name and he's not using Ben Folds 5 anymore, so I didn't want to ask him, but I didn't want to just do it without having some sort of indirect blessing of some kind. And when I told him about it, it was sort of a, yeah, that's kind of funny. You know, I mean, I could tell he didn't think much about it, but he also didn't seem to indicate that he had a problem with it. You know how you have big fat comedian, they tell fat jokes? You know, they got a specific reason to tell fat jokes. They're trying to sort of disarm the audience and do something to go ahead and one-up them before somebody else is going to get them for it. That's all this is. I'm just telling a fat joke before somebody makes fun of me for it. It's interesting the reaction I've gotten from it. Some people are extremely uncomfortable with it. I have some friends that will not come see us play. I know of some people that I had asked to be in the band and didn't want to be in the band because they didn't want to be associated with that. And I can respect that. People assume that I write and sing everything, yeah, because the name's on it. Which, you know, and that's another, you know, kudos to Steve to be able to tolerate, you know, that kind of thing.